In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on November 22nd, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Purdue versus Marquette. The stage is set for a thrilling showdown in the championship game of the Maui Invitational as 2 formidable power conference teams, the number 2 Purdue Boilermakers and the number 4 Marquette Golden Eagles, prepare to battle for the coveted tournament crown in the scenic Hawaiian Islands this Wednesday afternoon. Purdue earned their spot in the title match by successfully fending off number 7 Tennessee in a hard-fought semifinal, clinching a 71-67 victory as a 3.5-point favorite. Meanwhile, Marquette secured their place in the championship clash by upsetting number 1 Kansas with a convincing 73-59 win in the semifinal, defying the odds as a 4.5-point underdog. A historical series between these teams tips slightly in favor of the Boilermakers, who hold a 2-1 advantage, including a 75-70 home win in their most recent encounter on November 15, 2022. In their semifinal battle against Tennessee, Purdue faced a stern test but managed to emerge victorious with a final score of 71-67. The Boilermakers showcased their resilience, particularly in the second half, where they posted an impressive 41 points to secure the win. The tandem of Zach Edey, who contributed 23 points and 10 rebounds, and Fletcher Lawyer, with a notable performance of 27 points and 6 rebounds, played pivotal roles in the triumph. With a season average of 82 points and a stout defense allowing only 61 points per game, Purdue now faces the challenge of deciphering Marquette's pressure in the championship game. Marquette, after an impressive display against Kansas, appears to be a legitimate contender for the national title. Restricting Kansas to a mere 59 points, Marquette's suffocating defense proved to be a decisive factor, averaging 82 points for the season and conceding 67 points per game. Marquette relies on a high-pressure defensive strategy. Cam Jones, averaging 17.5 points while shooting efficiently from both the field and beyond the arc, adds another dimension to their offensive prowess. The pressure defense exhibited by Marquette against Kansas raises concerns for Purdue, particularly for standout player Edey. While Edey is undoubtedly a force to be reckoned with, Marquette is expected to devise a strategic plan to neutralize him. The upcoming championship game is an opportunity for Marquette to make a resounding statement with their defense, reinforcing why they should be taken seriously this season. Expressing a preference for Marquette as the superior team, there is a lack of enthusiasm for Purdue in this particular matchup. Drawing parallels with Marquette's successful containment of Kansas' Hunter Dickinson, expectations are that Marquette will focus on Edey, nullifying him as a key option for Purdue's offense. So the Marquette Golden Eagles to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Examining the team's recent performances, Purdue has surpassed the total in 3 out of their 5 games this season. Noteworthy is their ranking as the 3rd best team in the nation in offensive efficiency, with impressive statistics in effective field goal percentage and defensive efficiency. Marquette, on the other hand, has gone under the total in 3 of their 5 contests, showcasing efficiency in offensive metrics and turnover percentage. Both teams, having held their top 10 opponents to a combined 126 points, suggest a potential defensive battle in the championship game, with a focus on the Edey versus Iguodala matchup, which proved pivotal in their previous season encounter. The expectation is for a low-scoring affair. Given the fatigue factor with both teams playing their 3rd straight day, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Stanford versus Arkansas. The impending clash between the Stanford Cardinal and the 20th-ranked Arkansas Razorbacks in the battle for Atlantis is anticipated to be a captivating encounter that basketball enthusiasts and bettors alike won't want to miss. Positioned at 6th in the Pac-12 with a commendable 3-1 record, Stanford faces off against Arkansas, currently holding the 8th spot in the Southeastern Conference, also boasting a 3-1 record. Recently, the Cardinals secured a convincing 95-70 home victory over the Eastern Washington Eagles, while the Razorbacks suffered a setback in a 78-72 home loss against the UNC Greensboro Spartans. This upcoming game promises to be a thrilling blend of strategic prowess and raw talent on display. Examining Stanford's recent performances, the Cardinals enter the game with an overall record of 3-1. However, it's worth noting that their defense faced challenges in a recent game against Santa Clara, where they allowed 89 points and suffered a 12-point loss. Nevertheless, Stanford demonstrated resilience in their last outing against Eastern Washington, securing a 95-70 victory. Notably, Andrej Stojakovic played a pivotal role, contributing 18 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. On the season, Stanford has been averaging an impressive 88 points per game, but their defense has allowed an average of 78 points per game. Facing a formidable offensive team in Arkansas, Stanford's defense will undoubtedly need to step up to the challenge. Arkansas, with a 3-1 record, suffered their lone defeat in the last game against UNC Greensboro, where their defense conceded 78 points. Despite a strong second-half offensive performance, scoring 48 points, the Razorbacks fell short. On average, Arkansas scores 84 points per game, showcasing their offensive prowess, while their defense allows an average of 70.5 points. The dynamic offensive duo of Khalif Battle and the efficient shooting of 44.1% from the field make Arkansas a formidable opponent. Their offensive capabilities, coupled with a more robust defense compared to Stanford's, position the Razorbacks with a strategic advantage in this closely contested matchup. Highlighting Arkansas' offensive strengths, the Razorbacks boast an impressive average of 84 points per game, supported by a solid field goal percentage of 49.1%. The defensive side of the equation also favors Arkansas, allowing an average of 70.5 points per game, indicating their ability to handle Stanford's offensive threats more effectively. Key players such as Khalif Battle and Trevon Brazile have been pivotal in both scoring and defending, giving Arkansas a crucial edge in what promises to be a closely fought battle. Additionally, their higher rebounding average could play a pivotal role in controlling the game's tempo and limiting Stanford's scoring opportunities. The recent loss to UNC Greensboro served as a wake-up call for the Razorbacks, providing motivation for the upcoming tournament. The coaching staff's ability to leverage this loss as a learning opportunity could be a game-changer. Despite Arkansas being 1-3 against the spread on the season, the momentum gained from overcoming the Greensboro setback positions them as a formidable force. The trio of Battle, Mark, and Ellis, equipped with speed and athleticism, presents challenges that Stanford may struggle to match. With players like Trevon Brazile bringing athleticism to the forefront, Arkansas possesses a well-rounded team that could nullify Stanford's size advantage in perimeter shooting. So the Arkansas Razorbacks to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Delving into the game's total pick, an interesting trend emerges as both teams have consistently exceeded the total in all 4 of their previous games. This cumulative statistic of 8 consecutive games going over the total underscores the offensive prowess of both teams. Considering their fast-paced offensive styles, with Arkansas ranking 34th in tempo and Stanford at 59th, a high-scoring affair is likely. Arkansas's offensive efficiency, coupled with Stanford's defensive vulnerabilities, suggests that the game's tempo will be dictated by the Razorbacks. Anticipate a fast-paced and high-scoring showdown between these two formidable teams. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Gonzaga versus UCLA. In the upcoming clash between the Gonzaga Bulldogs and the UCLA Bruins in the Maui Invitational's 5th-place game, basketball enthusiasts are in for an exhilarating showdown. This intriguing matchup, set to unfold early Thursday morning on the East Coast, pits the number 11 Gonzaga Bulldogs from the West Coast Conference against the UCLA Bruins hailing from the Pac-12, promising a spectacle on the hardwood. The recent performance of both teams in the consolation bracket sets the stage for an intense battle. Gonzaga showcased their prowess with a convincing 76-57 victory over Syracuse, easily covering the 12.5-point spread as favorites. Meanwhile, UCLA demonstrated their dominance with a commanding 76-48 win against Chaminade, surpassing expectations as a 28-point favorite. History between these teams leans in favor of the Bulldogs, who have claimed victory in 6 out of the 7 meetings. Notably, Gonzaga secured a hard-fought 79-76 win in the Sweet 16 of the 2023 NCAA tournament, further solidifying their edge over UCLA. In head-to-head matchups, Gonzaga holds a 6-2 advantage, with the Bruins' lone defeat coming against the fourth-ranked team in the country. Despite UCLA's recent loss, they showcased resilience against top-tier opponents, hinting at their potential to compete with the best. The Bruins, seemingly fueled by a sense of disrespect for their current ranking, are expected to bring a tenacious defensive approach to the court, posing a significant challenge for Gonzaga. Defensively, UCLA has been a standout performer this season, limiting opponents to a mere 54 points per game. Their ability to stifle top 5 teams like Marquette, losing by just 2 points, underscores their defensive prowess. On the other hand, Gonzaga has faced some challenges in the tournament, struggling against Purdue and allowing Syracuse to linger. A key factor in UCLA's favor is their defensive consistency, holding opponents under the total in all 5 games this season. The Bruins' defensive efficiency, effective field goal percentage, and turnover percentage showcase their prowess on that end of the floor. With an impressive track record, UCLA's defense, anchored by standout performances like those from Bona, is anticipated to be the game changer. So the UCLA Bruins to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. On the offensive front, Gonzaga has shown resilience, particularly against Purdue's formidable defense. However, facing UCLA's robust defensive lineup might pose a challenge, especially considering the Bruins' ability to limit teams beyond the arc and control the tempo of the game. Analyzing the team's statistical profiles, Gonzaga has leaned on efficiency, ranking 12th in both offensive and defensive efficiency. UCLA, on the other hand, exhibits a slower tempo, ranking 330th in adjusted tempo, indicating a deliberate and strategic approach to their gameplay. As both teams demonstrated defensive prowess in their recent victories, this matchup promises a defensive classic. UCLA's stellar defensive record, holding opponents under 60 points and limiting field goal percentages, aligns with Gonzaga's ability to shut down opponents from beyond the arc. The physicality expected, especially in the early stages, suggests a low-scoring affair. Considering the defensive strengths of both teams and their recent performances, the expectation is for this game to fall short of the total. This will be a captivating encounter between these West Coast rivals. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.